Any Mexicans in the house tonight? All right, man, I guess I help with the dishes. That's cool. And she's with her brother. That means we're going to be doing the dishes with music, and I'm happy about that shit. Come on, man. Wash those dishes. Come on. You know, people ask me things about being Mexican all the time. They said, well, then how come we always see like 4 or 5 families of Chicanos in one station wagon? I have to tell them that, man. You know, we don't call them station wagons, man. We call these Chicandominiums. You give us a bus, it's like an apartment house, you know? African Americans, they complain it took them over 300 years of slavery just to get to sit in the front of the bus. See, Mexicans, we don't give a shit where we sit on the bus. We'll right on the bumper. It's free. Who gives a shit, man? And you know, Mexicans, if that bus breaks down, we're handy. We're gonna fix it, you know? We'll make that bastard nice and low. Put a little bounce in that son of a bitch. Man, oh man, and you know, boy, I live right across, the river there in Detroit. We live across from Canada. What the hell is it with the A thing, you know? And you know what, I don't like to take the bridge of the tunnel when I go there. I like to swim across. Kind of runs in my family. That's not funny. Because you know, I hate crossing borders. Like the Ingham County border line over here that I had to cross tonight. The cops pulled me over and they're asking me for my papers, and I'm saying, hell, I didn't know you smoke. How many papers do you need, boss? Shit, I got a lot of them, man. Take them all. Here, I don't care. Can I hit it? No, man, and I go to Canada since 911, God forbid, I can pass for about 40 different nationalities. Fuck, I get profiled like a son of a bitch. Man, oh man, I pull up there, I pull up to the customs officers, and right away he says, what's your name, A? I said, Ruben, C. And he thought I was a smart ass. So the next thing I know, I'm in this office, and they're starting to interrogate me, asking me personal questions like, what's your phone number? It says 911, dial that fucker, see who you get. Don't say that shit. Then he asked me, what do you do for a living? I said, I'm a miner. He said, what do you mine? I said, mind my own business. Why don't you take a hint? Don't say that shit. Next thing I know, I'm in this other office and I'm standing there naked. Yeah, they made me bend over, hell, they found 20 bucks they didn't know I had. I said, keep it, it's a tip, asshole. A? God, I'm rolling with the A shit. My best buddy in Detroit, he was half black and half Mexican. His name was Jose Washington. Have you ever eaten a chitlin burrito? That thing was so bad you had to eat in the bathroom with the lights out, you know what I mean? When I first started in the business, I started out with an Oriental guy. You might have heard of a Spick and Span. I ain't looking at you, bro. No, man. People ask me shit about being Mexican all the time. So I'm a bitch, man. They ask me, how'd you grow up? I said, in a Mexican environment. Fucking they right, man. We had real Mexican furniture. We had a bucket seat here, a bucket seat over here. We even had a Mexican watchdog, that little bastard. Someone knocked at the door. That son of a bitch was so lazy. Someone knocked at the door. He wouldn't even bark. He just lay there and he just yelled, who is it? One day he got into my bag of weed. Ate the whole damn bag, man. All day he's walking around the whole damn house talking about, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa.
see a black man in that freecreditreport.com commercial. You just won't. We don't give a shit about our credit report. We kind of look at it like a paternity test. We go, oh shit, 650? Is it mine? Or is it... Another thing you won't see, you'll never see a black person mispronounce the name of a certain body spray or that tool used to chop down trees. But we may misspell it every now and then. That's just how that, fuck it, that's over y'all head. That's some slow ass people. It's axe, motherfuckers. Axe, that's what I'm getting at. Another thing you won't see, you will never see a black person die from a nut allergy.
Oh, where's my nut?
Or what we like to call the white man's sickle cell. That's something we all should. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, what the fuck is a nut allergy? How do you die from a nut allergy? Seriously. Like, my kid can't take a Nutter Butter to school because fucking Dylan, Dallas, or the fucked up name these kids have can't handle their shit and not die. Like, goddamn, man. Maybe it's because, you know, you name your kids some weak-ass name like Dylan or Dallas. Maybe they couldn't, their immune system broke down, like, oh, fuck that, and ran out on them. How do you just die from a nut, you know? But I'm thinking that has to be a horrible existence to be a kid and not be able to enjoy a PB&J. You know, it has to be. It has to be. But you know what I like to do? Like around Halloween at my 6-year-old school, I like to show up as a giant jar of Nutella. It's like, fuck a ghost. I got something for your ass to be scared of. Like, boogity, boogity, boogity. What, hazelnut your ass? I wouldn't say that, because hazelnut your ass sounds a little pedophile. That's why I'm way too fucked up. I wouldn't say that shit. I wouldn't say that shit at all. I see a lot of beautiful women in this place. I was sitting back there checking out the ladies. There's some fine-ass women in here, just so y'all know, Grand Rapids. I'm thinking about moving over to this bitch. I'm just saying. But, you know, I am married. I have to announce that shit. Like every time I come into a club or what, I don't wear my ring. So every time I come into a club, my wife makes me do this announcement. What she calls registering myself. Kind of like a sex offender will register themselves when they move into a new neighborhood. She knows what's up. But back when I was dating, I used to date all kinds of women. You know, like short ones, tall ones. It didn't matter. I used to date all kinds. But I could never have a lasting relationship with a woman that had children already. Couldn't do it. Because these type of women always want to blame their kids for their body type. You know? I would always get this, my body's like this because of all the babies that I had. Then I'm tempted to say, well, bitch, if you quit eating so many of them, send a couple of plates back, you're going to be so tough. I still hit it, don't get me wrong. I lift that gut up. Go right at it. Go right at it. Just being a man. Just being a man. But it is kind of messed up how babies ruin a woman's body. As a matter of fact, babies ruin a lot of shit. Let me just put that out there. Let me just put that out. I have 4 of them. You know, I have 3 in their 20s. I have a little 6-year-old just to show that my stroke ain't broke. But it's just heat. Murdering them eggs, boy. Murdering them. But they do. Babies ruin a woman's body, man. And they actually ruined my relationship. This is my second wife. You know, I had to get rid of the other one because of babies. You know? Because when I first met her, she had like a badass, we got curves and everything, big perky bosoms and all that. I used to bat at them like a kitten batting at yarn. I used to just play with them. I used to motorboat the shit out of them, like just play with them all day long. And then she had these kids, right? And they're all sucking on her boobs and stuff and dragging them down. And then they were all hanging and droopy. So it went from playing motorboat to sailboat. And if you know what that is, that's when you grab the nipples and you pull them out and you blow really hard and try to see if you can inflate them. I used to wear a patch and pretend like I was a pirate. Those were fun times. And I'm not even gonna get into her vagina because like when I met her, man, it was a tight pussy. It was tight. It was tight. And it went from being a tight pussy to like a grumpy cat. It was just all. Yeah, what are you mad about? The grumpiest cats. That's what she had. Grumpy cat. Now all you guys are here going, damn, my girl's got a grumpy cat too. What are you gonna do now? Yeah, I haven't even been drinking it, and I'm not high. I wasn't even hanging out with Ruben. I'm just square bit. Oh God, man, God, wow. As I said, I have 4 beautiful children, and yeah, thanks for cheering for my sperm. It's beautiful sperm. See, I'll show you later. She's just pow. My oldest son had a cool job this summer. His first real job. You know, he was over here on this side of the state. He was a counselor at a camp for Jewish kids. That's Square Biz over in Decatur, Michigan. This is Square Business. And he was very excited because it was his first real job when he told me. But I couldn't contain my laughter. Because I would think that a camp would be the last place that a Jew would ever want to send another Jew. The last place. Now I know some of you aren't laughing at that. It's an observation. I know you're not laughing at that. But it's not mean. Seriously, that's not a mean thing that I'm saying here. If you want to hear what's mean, part of his responsibilities at this camp was picking up kids from the airport and dropping them off. From the airport and from the train station. What kind of Jewish parent is going to send their kid to a camp by train? That's some mean shit. I mean, think about that. A Jew sending another Jew to a camp by train is the equivalent of me accepting a free one-way ticket for a blacks only cruise. I'm not going on that shit. Are you kidding me? Yeah, woo. That's what she said. Or it'd be like a white guy at a Native American yard sale. He'd be like, look, buddy, I get it. I get it. You got your TPs over there. So you got your bow and arrows over there. That's all fine and good. But how much for the actual yard? A couple of disease blankets or some genocide, maybe? And I don't give a shit if you didn't laugh. My joke's historically accurate. You can do that shit just like I did. It happens, so you might as well laugh. We're all in this shit together. It's our history. It's our history. I just said it. But now, because I have this little 6-year-old daughter, I don't want to croak on her. You know, I didn't croak on the other 3. I don't want to croak on her. So I'm trying to get my shit tight, get my temple tight. You know, because I'm what the kids call girthy. I'm a man of girth. You know, so I decided I'm going to start eating better. You know, eating better, work out and stuff. And I don't know if you all saw that Cheerios commercial from last year. It had the black guy in it, the white lady, and a little biracial kid. I don't know if you saw that. It kind of hits home for me because my wife's Irish Italian, and which means she's still drunk from her new pope and fucking St. Patrick's Day. Fucking lush, man. Yeah, so, you know, it kind of hit home to me. But I could not understand why racist people would get that upset over people eating cereal. That's just dumb to me. Unless, of course, they found out Cheerios were really like little biracial baby toasted assholes. Then I'll be like, okay, you're right, you should be upset about that. No one should be eating toasted assholes. We should all be marching on that. But it's not. It's not. It's not. But I was upset about this commercial because, as I said, they had a black guy in this commercial. And listen, Grand Rapids, black people don't eat that shit. We don't. We don't eat Cheerios. We don't. You eat Captain Crunch. Yeah, you know what's up. You know what's up. Sorta. You know what's up. But seriously, listen, let me tell y'all something. Black people love sugar. Love sugar. We even have a disease, a horrible disease. We just said, fuck it, call it sugar. That's how much we love sugar. You know what I mean? Like, each and every one of us is like half a Kit Kat away from losing our left foot. That's how much we love our sugar. So we wouldn't be caught dead eating Cheerios or whatever, you know? But then I started thinking, it's like, well, if you're going to be racist about this, why don't you just pool all your money together and, like, make your own breakfast food? Like, I don't like racist bread with 2 scoops of racism or a special KKK or like my man said, just get some Captain Crunch. Because the way that shit rips the roof of your mouth, you know there's hatred baked in every bite. That's what I'm saying. This is like Nazi approved. But then, like, after the Super Bowl, or during the Super Bowl rather this year, Cheerios ran another commercial with the same family. Same dude, lady, and little kid. And the dude tells the little girl, hey, we're expecting a little boy now. I'm like going, okay, how far is Cheerios really willing to take this message of diversity? How far are they willing to go with this shit, you know? Because next year, the next commercial they have is literally gonna have to show the man and woman fucking at the breakfast table. Doggy style, because that's the position that you have before you brush your teeth. So everybody's hot breath in the morning. That's all I'm saying. She's turning that away. And right at the moment of explosion, you know, the guy just takes a handful of Cheerios and throws it on her back, and he yells out, "Honey nut, don't want it, only Cheerios." Then I would eat them. By the truckload. Truckload.
Like, I was at 7-Eleven this past winter. It was a negative 11 degrees outside, and this guy comes rolling up on a bicycle with a milk crate. So I'm guessing it's not for health reasons. Gets off his bike, makes a beeline to me, wants to give me some advice. It's like, hey man, I got some advice for you. I'm like, sweet, bathing tips? How to wear 14 flannels and not look too bulky? Stock options? No, he's like, when it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, don't get the breakfast burrito off the rolly rack or it'll give you the shits. I think we all took health class in 8th grade. I was at Kroger pretending to buy strawberries because sometimes I pretend to eat healthy. And this old black man in a 3-piece suit, hat, and gaiters walks up towards me. We're both looking at the strawberries. You know that scene in the 90s movies where the old black guy gives the younger white guy some life-changing advice? Yeah, I was hoping for that shit. And he's looking at me, I'm looking at him. Then he turns to me and says, let me tell you something, young blood. I'm like, yes, it's fucking happening. It's like, picking out strawberries is just like picking out the right woman. I'm like, all right, mysterious black man, how's that? He says, they all look great in the top, but you don't know what you're getting into, so you flip them over. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No, I don't. I don't know what you're saying. The worst part is after a show like this where all you drunk fuckers will come and talk to me afterwards. Come up to me and they like shake my hand like, hey man, you did a really good job. They don't realize that they're drunk and they've been talking to me for 5 minutes while they're shaking my hand. They just don't let go, sir. Is this awkward for you yet? Alright, you got beautiful eyes, sir. How you doing? Great. I'm still shaking your hand, aren't I? Yeah. Alright, high five on that one. Now I got you trapped. How you doing? I'm about to get out of here. Why don't you guys know something about me? I used to be an exotic male dancer. Drink it in, bitches! Sir, eyes up here. Up here, sir, not down here, up here. I used to work at a club that was exclusively for large men. It was called the Angry Rhino. My stage name was Cankles. Sir, with the Amish beard, I know you're thinking to yourself, is a fat guy strip club like a regular strip club? The answer is yes, just some subtle differences. Like this stage will be made out of carpet, solid granite. Stripper pole's not made of brass, people. Titanium with a concrete core. Can you tip in dollar bills, Supergirl? Yes, you can. But pancakes are also acceptable. You would be surprised at what I would do for a Rudy Tooty fresh and fruity in the champagne room. Anything, suspenders? You want to go to IHOP after the show's over? There'll be whipped cream. No, he said Denny's. He wants to get moons over my hammy. All right, Grand Rapids, you guys have been great. Give it up for Brian. Give it up for all the comics you're about to see tonight. Thanks a lot for having me out.
Well, here's a little segment I like to call Tanya's Truths. My first truth, guys, you have a selective memory. You do. You can't remember our birthday. You can't remember your anniversary unless, of course, it's on your birthday. And you most certainly cannot remember to pick up milk on your way home from work. Yet you can remember every sports stat known to man. And I'm not just talking about the stats from yesterday's game or last week's game. No, you guys can remember stats from a game from 1998 and you like to talk about it. Remember that game in 98? It was the 49ers and the Packers, and the 49ers were trailing 27-23. And then Owens made the catch for a 25-yard game-winning score with 3 seconds left on the clock and no timeouts, and it was the greatest day ever. And they won 30-27. And I was wearing my lucky boxers and I made chili and nachos. And did you remember to pick up milk? Ah, shit. My second truth, when we're laying in bed after sex and you ask me what I'm thinking about and I say our wedding someday and the 3 kids we're gonna have, it's really not what I'm thinking about at all. Actually, what I'm thinking is, what can I say that'll get this guy to leave here as quickly as possible so I can have the bed back to myself and get a good night's sleep? It's the truth. My third and final truth, if your dog eats a condom, it will come out all in one piece. And you had better hope that it comes out in your yard and not when you're walking your dog and you stop to chat with the neighbor. Yeah, it was not the welcome to the neighborhood gift he was expecting.
Earlier today, I got called a faggot, which isn't really a surprise. I'm just glad my dad is returning my phone calls. Oh, I miss that hateful voice so much. Last night, I was trimming my beard, and I noticed I had some gray hairs in it, which is weird because it's been so long since I've blown an old guy. By long, I mean his balls were. Yeah, didn't see that coming, huh? Recently, I was on WebMD, and I was like going through and I was trying to like match up these symptoms and like line them up for like a self-diagnosis. And I guess being afraid of a group of black teenagers is not a legit medical condition. I don't know, but like everybody in my neighborhood has it. Like I just don't want to end up on the wrong side of World Star Hip Hop, you know? Because like I already have a really punchable face. You know? I've been told that like one of my best physical features are my eyes. I've been told that I have very nice eyes. Now my eyes are blue, and I got those from my father. And my mom's eyes are black, and she also got them from my father. It's cool. Laugh. She deserves it. Probably should have got Daddy another drink. If you guys like that one, you'll really love this one. I like my women like I like my fish and chips, hot and battered. You see, my family has a long-standing history of domestic violence backhanded down from generation to generation. As it was called, domestic fish violence. You're welcome. Oh, you guys have been trying to work out, but it's just not working out. Come on, let me finish. I've been trying to run, but mostly I just run away from my problems. But the fact of the matter is, I need to lose weight, because this year alone, I've already broke 3 belts. And those are just the ones that I tried to hang myself with.
I don't know this ever happens to you guys though, but I feel like I've been having the same conversation again and again lately. It's like every week I'm hearing, hey Zach, you're handsome, intelligent, charming, have no problem going down on the ladies, and you have hair like a god. And I say, stop it, Mom. You're making me blush. And she says, I mean it, you have so much going for you. Why can't you get a girlfriend? I say, you know what, Mom? I don't know. I wish I knew. I wish I could figure that one out so I could find somebody who I could love and who would love me unconditionally, and we can grow old together. And I'm afraid that I'm never going to find that person. And I don't know why, Mom. But enough about that. It's time to breastfeed. I suffer from depression, and making people laugh helps with that. I like it to be genuine though, you know, I don't want you guys to fake it or anything, so if you guys laugh tonight, that's awesome. If not, that's cool too, but who knows what I might do. The reason I'm depressed is that my life is just one soul-crushing disappointment after another. For example, just the other day I found out that when you text message, you completely lose the ability to use the expression tomato, tomato. Soul-crushing. But I'm a warrior, so I soldiered on and I used it anyways. I was talking to my friend David, and to end the conversation, he said, well, fuck off and die. And then in all caps, hags. I didn't know what that meant, so I said, are you referring to me as multiple people, or is that an acronym? And he said, it means have a great summer. It's from middle school. I remember meaningless acronyms, so I said, I guess I missed that one, because I was too busy crushing pussy. He said, do you mean being sent to boarding school? To which I replied, tomato, tomato. The writing of that joke was sponsored by marijuana. I could do it. It's illegal though. I had to deal with a drug dealer. He's an awful person. So I texted him so I don't have to hear his voice. And I texted him and I said, hey drug dealer. I don't want to humanize him. Hey drug dealer. I need some marijuana pot. He called me right away. He was mad. He was like, hey, you can't say that in a text message. Like, say what? Drug dealer, marijuana, or pot? Well, how am I supposed to tell you what I want? And he told me I had to use code words. So now I do. I'm like, hey friend, I need a half an ounce of child pornography. Or hey there buddy, can I get a gram of elephant tusks? Hey dark stranger, I need 1 ounce of NFL game recorded without the explicit permission of the NFL.